So guys, it is a Saturday, and in this one we are doing a bit more of an in-depth analysis looking at AvePoint stock or APXT stock. So in this one, like I said, we are going to have a full analysis, look at what the company does, look at some of the competitors and the growth which we may potentially be seeing in future years, and all that kind of good stuff, and why this stock is potentially a good buy. Now of course, like I said, this one is going to be more on the fundamental side. We are going to have a quick look at the technicals as well, but if you do want to see a full technical analysis, we do have last night's episode, and of course tomorrow's episode is going to be a forecast on what I personally expect will happen with this stock going into the next week. But yeah, we do make videos on this one every single day, so if you do like it, please do leave a like and subscribe. It would be massively appreciated. And of course, if you want to come talk to us on Discord, you can. Link to our Discord is down in the description. On top of that guys, of course, if you do want to become a channel member, you can do so, and it would be massively appreciated if you would just press that join button, but you don't have to. And with that being said guys, we're going to jump straight in. But just before we do, one last point: I am not a financial advisor. Please do make sure to do your own research, and I just say that for my safety and your safety as well. With that being said though, with all that being said, we are going to dive straight in. So guys, yeah, just looking at our screens right now, on the 1 day we can see that it has been trading pretty flat on the previous Friday, and of course that is kind of decent, to be honest. Obviously over the past week we can see that we are positive on the stock, and that is actually a good thing to see. I'm very happy to see that, because of course the stock has been really pumping quite a decent amount since we did get that merger date announced. We can see it went up quite decently from the 11th up until the 12th of January, and from there onwards we have been pretty flat with a little bit of a tone downwards towards the end of the week. So of course a little bit bad, but not too bad at all, especially given what we have seen over the past month, where things were starting to go down and level out at a low point. So of course merger date did help us in the sense that a lot more people were now, happy to invest in the stock. So I'm very happy to hear that, I'm very happy to see that, and things honestly worked out well with this one. So that is currently the position that we are in. With that being said though, like I said, not wasting too much time on it, we're going to look at what the company actually does, and we're going to start this off by looking at, of course, AvePoint's website themselves. So guys, we already know they work with Microsoft 365, and they have more than 7 million cloud users. So of course their cloud service is basically, well, you know what the cloud is, storing things online and all that kind of good stuff. And of course it is a very profitable industry, it's a very widespread industry, and I think, this company is doing very well. Now moving into the future, I am seeing a lot more growth with this one, as the company is forecasting by themselves that they wish to reach 25% growth per year in the future, and of course in current years as well. So if that is the case, if they are growing by 25% per year, things will be looking good on the revenue sheets, and if we can just get that stock to increase at a similar rate, if not slightly better, or even worse, things will be doing decent in my opinion. But yeah guys, overall it looks like the company is migrating, managing and protecting data. So of course these are just a few of the cloud services that they offer for 365. Now of course there are many different plans that they have, and they are trusted by many different organizations with their data, and of course a few of these are on your screen here. You may know some of them, you may not. Either way, these are relatively decent companies and big companies, and of course it does show that this company has basically got a large amount of clientele, and of course things looking good there. Overall though, we can see a lot of people do use Microsoft 365. It has about 200 million active monthly users, so of course a lot of people, and that is due to the fact that yes, a lot of people use this at home, but a lot of offices use this as well, so a lot of office workers will be using it and all that kind of good stuff. You can understand, if you do put in the context of offices, why this platform is so popular, and of course the fact it is with Microsoft. Now it is forecasted potentially that Microsoft may be partnering with AvePoint in a more prominent way, if not creating their own version of what AvePoint do. If that is the case, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because people do see it as a threat. But let's face it guys, we can think of examples where, let's just say, Apple invented iTunes, but people still do use Spotify. So just because Microsoft are going to make their own version, it may not be as good for whatever reason, and if that is the case, there is no reason why AvePoint can't continue its growth. So of course, yeah, there is a lot of users, and like I said, if they can keep increasing that market share, revenue will fly up as well, and the share should as well. So one competitor which is also very big in the scene is Snowflake Inc. And of course this one had its IPO early in 2020. Since then though we have been rocketing quite decently on the share. We're up to $300. Now don't get me wrong, there are some very big differences with this one and AvePoint. Mainly the market cap, which is of course for this one 82.4 billion, and AvePoint's is going to be like 2 billion, so of course big difference, but it does show the kind of things which we could come to expect in the future with this one. Now when I am saying in the future, I'm talking, you know, quite long term, so please don't get me incorrect. I'm talking the next 5 to 10 years potentially, but either way, you know, if this currently $16 stock is going to be one day worth around $300, things will be looking fantastic. And I'm saying if it is going to happen, it's going to be in a while, but I do think that we do have some potential to see a similar growth, maybe slightly worse, maybe not to the $300 mark, but maybe to $100 in the next 5 years with this stock, and of course that will put us on the road for some real huge growth in the future. Either way, guys, leading up until the merger, I can see some big growth coming in the future, you know, and of course post-merger I can see that growth continuing slower, but into the next years, and I think it will present a good stock to buy in this market sector. So I hope you enjoyed the quick video, guys. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and you guys already know that I will see you in the next episode, and goodbye until then.